Is anyone here? If you're here, comment hi in the live chat. Is anyone having FTC withdrawals? Hello? If you're here and you hear this message from me, comment with your current favorite emoji, and you might get a shout out on this webinar. Comment with your favorite emoji. Wow, Tyler's favorite emoji is like the 2 water drops that are like wet. Sarah commented her favorite emoji. Henry is a frog. Jack is the winky face that's sticking out their tongue. Casey's the piggy. So for those of you who are joining us, hello. We're going to start at 9:05 p.m. So 9:05. This is to allow people who are coming in late to just be able to get settled. But tell your friends, tell your mom. My mom's probably sleeping right now, but tell your friends, tell your littles, tell your bigs, tell your fam to come join us as we learn about MRP. So May commented that her favorite emoji was the rainbow emoji, and Alan's is the one going, Katrina's is the smiley face one, and then Emmanuel's is also the smiley face one, and then Jacob's is like the one that's like super shocked. Comment with your favorite emoji if you're here. Get excited, we're gonna learn about MRP. So Garrick's favorite emoji is like the person who's like shook and then there's like a ghost coming out of their mouth. Welcome, join us. Get a shout out if you comment your favorite emoji. We're gonna get started in 5 minutes. 9:05. So if you have friends who are running late, tell them, don't run, you're gonna trip and fall. Esther will wait for you for 5 minutes. So Serena's favorite emoji is one that's like, I don't even know how to describe this. The person's like, their eyes are closed and they're going, and then their tongue is sticking out. And then also she commented the doggy emoji. Doggo. So 5 more minutes. How's everyone's day going? William commented that his favorite emoji is the snake emoji. William, you should be friends with Jack because he's a snake. Lawrence, this is not the Mr. panel. This is the MRP webinar. Yeah, Jacob says that hearing me describe the emojis is way better than the emoji movie. I think hearing the MRP, I mean not the MRP, the MR committee talk about emojis is lit, right? So we're gonna start in 4 minutes. Garrick's hungry. I'm hungry too. I got a stomach ache. Denny's favorite current emoji is the trumpet emoji. I think that's a trumpet. Denny says, toot toot. Was that accurate or was that accurate? I think that was accurate. So for those of you who are joining us, hello. Welcome to the MR webinar. I mean the MRP webinar. We're gonna get started in 3 minutes and it's approximately 20 minutes until my bedtime. So we'll see how this goes. So if you're just joining us, let me know that you're here by commenting your favorite emoji. So Braylon says their favorite emoji is the doggo emoji. You should be friends with Serena. Serena loves doggos too. If you went to FTC, comment with the star emoji. Andy's favorite emoji is like this red mask emoji. And David's is this person's face with like glasses on. That looks like me when I smile because I wear glasses. How cool. So Jacob went to FTC. Braylon says they accidentally posted an emoji on the Facebook post. That's completely okay too. So many people went to FTC. Brandon's favorite emoji is the one that's like smiling and their eyes are like moon eyes. If you ever like seen like moon eyes, just when people's eyes like they're shaped like moons when they smile. Is anyone having FTC withdrawals? I'm having FTC withdrawals, but I finally caught up on sleep, so it's been great. So if your friends are already late, let them know that we're going to get started in 1 minute. They have 1 minute to get to the webinar, and it's going to be lit, y'all. We're going to start at 9:05 p.m., and it's currently 9:04. Denny, that's the sun. Denny commented the sun. Your favorite star is Sunny? Okay, Denny. Serena, the sun is the star. William still needs sleep. I'm so sorry for you, William. But to be honest, same. Does anyone have tomorrow off? I have tomorrow off. Life is great. Make sure you think about your veterans tomorrow. Okay, it's 9:05, so let's get started. So hello everyone, and welcome to the Membership Recognition Program webinar, where we're going to be learning about all things MRP. So to get started first, we're going to meet the host. So the voice that you're hearing right now belongs to the girl in the middle front. That's her. That's me also. My name is Esther, and I currently serve as the District Member Recognition Chair. I'm currently a first-year master's student studying applied mathematics at UC San Diego. So if you ever have any questions about like math or anything, feel free to hit me up.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Jack. I'm on the left of Esther. I'm currently a fourth year at UC San Diego, serving as the administrative executive assistant this term on the committee, and I'm currently majoring in management science and minoring in business.
Hi, my name is Serena. I am located at the right, the bottom right with my tongue out. I serve as your creative executive assistant, and I'm currently a second year at Cal State Fullerton. I'm double majoring in information systems and marketing.
Hi, I'm Tyler. You guys can find me at the top right of the banner. And I'm currently a third year biology major at Cal State Northridge, and I'm serving as your MRP MRS coordinator.
Hello, I'm the girl on top in the photo. My name is Casey King, and I'm a fourth year at Sacramento State majoring in liberal studies. And I currently serve as your northern representative.
Hello, my name is Henry Casares. I am at the top left of that beautiful banner, as you can see, and I serve as your central liaison for the Member Recognition Committee, yay! And I am a third year physics major at the University of California, Riverside.
Hi everyone, I'm Alan. I can be found at the top next to Tyler. I am currently a third year from UC San Diego studying management science, and I am serving as your Southern liaison.
Okay, so now we've met the hosts, let's move on to learning about what MRP is.
All right, so what is the MRP? So I'm sure some of you attended FTC and you got to check out our pretty nifty MRP slide, but for those of you who don't know, the MRP stands for the Membership Recognition Program. So it's the largest way that we recognize members in the district, and especially to members who exude in our three tenets: service, leadership, and fellowship. And so your involvement is recorded starting from March 1st, 2017, all the way to the end of, near the end of the term to February 28th in 2018. And so in order to achieve MRP, there are certain requirements that you need to fulfill, and this can really be like a huge range of anything from like attendance to different events, leadership events, service events, fellowship events, leadership roles on any level of Circle K, your club level, divisional level, even district level, international level, and how can we forget service hours? Next slide, please.
All right, so for those of you who are familiar with last year's MRP system, the MRP system this year is similar yet different. This time around, there will not be a tier system based on your club size, meaning you can come from a small club or a big club and yet you still have the same requirements as everybody else. Looking at the chart, a member would have to achieve 50 service hours to get bronze, 80 for silver, 130 for gold, 200 for platinum. And yes, you have to be a dues paid to be recognized for MRP system. Next slide, please. This slide shows the additional requirements that also must be achieved. Say, for example, you are a member who has achieved 50 service hours, you would not be awarded bronze until you also complete 5 additional requirements. These 5 additional requirements can come from any of the following 14 requirements. Next slide, please. The additional requirements I mentioned in the previous slide are provided here. These are the additional requirements along with its abbreviation. These are needed for MRP. Don't worry if you don't know what these are yet, because we will explain these tags soon. Next slide, please.
Hello, and now we will go on to tag definitions specifically. So one of the first tag definitions we have are socials. These are events that foster like the club tenant that is fellowship and unity, LOL, and it can be with your club or other Kiwanis families members. They include things such as game nights, boba like socials, as well as like club dinners, if you guys ever have club dinners. The next thing would be an MD&E event. Now these are the events that particularly help with like either like the recruitment or development or the education of members. And they're pretty unique events. They're also pretty fun, in my opinion. They're things like tabling, if you ever do tabling on campus, as well as workshops, any kind of workshops, and even installations. And then the next thing would be fundraisers. Now, fundraisers are pretty cool. They're one of my favorites as well. And these are any event that raises money for a charitable organization. And so like anything that goes to like any of the 3DFIs that we have for the district or any independent charity is considered a fundraiser. And those can be like boba fundraisers, something simple. They can also be big, like CKI North or South. And they can also be things like K-Rock or M-Ball. Yay, go to K-Rock, go to M-Ball. And now we will go on to the next slide, which is Jack.
Hi, no, it's actually me, Serena. So for the next slide, oh, just kidding. My bad.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, so I'm already talking about the Circle K hosted events and the Kiwanis family tags. So for the Circle K hosted event, it's a Kiwanis family event. So in order to achieve this tag, your club must have at least 2 members present from your Circle K club and at least 2 members present from another Circle K club. So some of these events can include Circle K general body meetings and also divisional council meetings. So the Circle K hosted events is within Circle K. Next, we have the Kiwanis family tag, and it's similar to the Circle K hosted events tag, but this time you need at least 2 members present from another non-Circle K Kiwanis family club, which can include Key Club, Kiwanis, Kiwins, etc. And so examples of this includes Kiwanis meetings since you'll be interacting with the Kiwanians there, and also Key to College since you'll be having the Key Club and Key Clubbers and Key Winners there in order to learn more about college and Circle K. Next slide, please.
So hi again, it's me. So the next tags we are going to talk about are interclubs. So interclub events are any events hosted by your Circle K along with a Kiwanis family club. So the Kiwanis family, like Jack mentioned before, it could be Key Club, Kiwins, usually it's Kiwanis. And as you can see, it does mention how many members that your home club needs, like Circle K members, to be considered a interclub event. So 50 or less members, you need 2 with 2 members from another Kiwanis family or Circle K club, and then you can go on and read. It goes on from 2 to 3 to 4. So interclubbing, pretty simple. It's within the Kiwanis family or any other Circle K club in your area. The next one is division events. So this is your simple division council meeting, banquets, division service projects, and any event that is held by your lieutenant governor for all the clubs in your division. And then finally, we have district events. So you know the district events. You have district convention, FTC, of course. We just attended that. And we also have district professional development conference, which takes place in early August. And this year it was located in Sparks, Nevada. So it's an event that helps with like developing your professional self. And finally, well, not finally, we do have district large scale service project. There is one up north and south, like CKA South and North. I believe that is it. So next slide, please.
All right, so we've had interclubs, we've had divisional, we've had district, and what's next? We have international events. And what other event to highlight other than CKIX, hashtag go to CKIX. And these are events that are hosted by the International Board. And this year, CKIX will be hosted in Chicago, so there's an event page for that on Facebook, so check that out. The next tag we have is webinars. You get points for attending webinars such as this one, and you guys get to learn more about basically all things Circle K. They're hosted by several different committees, as well as webinars that your club may host. And lastly, we have event chair. This is for members who are interested in chairing events or hosting events, and basically they get MRP credit for that as well. Next slide, please.
Okay, now we're going to talk about the last 2 tags, which The first one will be hosting a webinar or a workshop. So the definition is the host or co-host of a workshop or webinar at a club, divisional, or district hosted workshop, or I can say webinar also. So if it's a webinar, for example, the host of this webinar will receive this tag as well. Also, if you hosted a workshop at Fall Training Conference, you'll also get credit. You get also MRP credit for this tag. Finally, the last tag is the committee member tag. So it's an involvement in any committee within the club, district, division, or international level, and the chair also counts for this tag as well. So for example, the members of the member recognition committee will receive this tag, as well as any members of any district committee. Also, if your club hosts a committee such as UC San Diego's SLSSP or like service committee, then they will also receive this tag. Next slide, please.
Ways to achieve MRP. So there are several ways you can achieve MRP. One of the best ways to do so is to set a goal on what rank you want to achieve, whether that be gold or silver or bronze or plat or even double plat, triple plat, all the way up there. And one of the best ways you can enforce this goal is to have a buddy do it with you. You guys can make it a competition with each other, see who achieves gold first or something like that. And also, you can ask your club officer for help with achieving MRP. So every once in a while, you can go ask them for your status so far. So say right now you go ask your secretary and they will tell you that you are silver or gold. And basically that gives you a basis for where to work and how to improve on your standing.
Wow, I'm back. Hello. So now that we've learned so much about the membership recognition program and how to achieve it, you're probably wondering, what's in it for me? So because MRP is a district recognition, there are a lot of different things that we want to do to recognize our members who achieve MRP. So the first thing that you'll get if you achieve MRP is a star pin. So in this photo, you'll see two different pins. The one on the top is the gold pin, and the one on the bottom, the shooting star, is a plat pin. So if you achieve gold, you'll get the gold star, and if you achieve platinum, you'll get the shooting star. Likewise for bronze and silver, if you achieve bronze, you'll get a bronze pin, and then if you achieve silver, you'll get a silver pin. And these two are actually my pins, and I carry it around with me everywhere, and every single time I see them, it makes me so happy. And I think about like achieving like MRP and then all the memories I made. So the second thing that you'll get along with a pin if you achieve MRP is a certificate. So here in this photo on the bottom right, you'll see Jack's MRP certificate from last year. So he achieved silver, so he got this really nice certificate. So if you achieve MRP this year, you'll get a really nice certificate yourself, made by our lovely creative executive assistant, Serena. And this will be given out at Decon. But if you don't go to Decon, which you should, you'll still get it. Your club will pick it up for you. And the next thing that you'll get for achieving MRP is recognition at Fall Training Conference and District Convention. So for those of you who went to Fall Training Conference, you might have remembered from the Saturday morning general session where we recognized members who achieved MRP. This will happen again at District Convention. And so when you see your name on there, everybody will be like cheering for you. So it's just another way that we like to recognize our members. So make sure you go to Decon and see your name on like the big slides, and it just makes you feel all happy inside. And the fourth thing that you'll get for achieving MRP is personal fulfillment. So when I first joined Circle K, I didn't know much about MRP. And towards like the end of the service year term for MRP, I found out that I was actually 5 hours away from bronze, but I didn't hit it. Despite that, I was still really happy at how involved I became in Circle K. And the following year, I achieved gold as a result of like my involvement and just getting more active in the club and going out to more events. So I felt really happy with myself, even though I didn't achieve MRP the first year. So this is what we mean by personal fulfillment. And lastly, a surprise. So in the past, for members who achieved MRP, they basically got a star pin and the certificate and recognition at District Convention and Fall Training Conference. This year, we're trying to do something for members who go above and beyond. So there might be a surprise at District Convention for members who achieve platinum, because platinum is the requirements are really high. Specifically, you need to get 200 service hours and you need to complete 11 of the 14 requirements. So if you hit platinum, we are trying to plan something for you. So make sure you hit plat and you go to district convention, and it'll just be really fun overall. So even if you don't hit plat, decon will be really fun. So go to decon. And next, we have Q&A. So,
we will be taking your questions from YouTube live comments. So comment your questions. I see a couple already. So I'll be asking the questions to the entire committee and they will be responding. Okay, so the first question is from Naomi. I don't want to butcher this, Greengrass. Are there any more district events before March 1st?
Hello, Naomi. So thank you for asking a question. So the answer to that is yes, there will be more district events before March 1st. So before March 1st, there will be a district large-scale service project, as well as the January district board meeting. So those two will count towards the MRP tag.
So make sure you are commenting your questions if you do have some in the YouTube live comment section or the live chat. The next question comes from Garrick Liang. His question is, what's boba?
What's boba? So boba is this thing with, what is it?
It's
Is
balls.
this
It's tapioca balls.
tapioca balls, right? So,
Yeah.
and then normally you put it in milk tea or tea, and it tastes really great. And there's a lot of different boba places. Me, I'll like make great boba. Now I want boba. Aw.
Come to Orange County. I'll get you boba, Esther. The next question is also from Garrick Liang, and it says, shooting stars? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Shooting star. So if you get platinum, you'll get this shooting star pin, and it's really great. I love it. Well, I love all my pins, but if you get like double plat, then you get 2 shooting stars and so on. So for those of you who don't know what double plat is, double platinum means you achieve twice the amount of service hours that you needed for plat. So, and also the requirements that you needed for plat. So to encourage members to go above and beyond, if you hit platinum and you keep going and you get 400 service hours, so that's twice the amount of service hours you need for plat, you'll get double plat. Yeah.
So the next question comes from Jacob Wu Ming. If you host a workshop, at what point does it also count as chairing an event?
So if you are also the chair of the event, so sometimes, for example, let's say a lot of times workshops are organized by the membership development education chair, who may not necessarily be the host of the workshop. So if they organize the event, then they're the chair. But the host of the workshop is whoever is like educating the members. So right now, we are the hosts of the workshop, if that makes sense.
So I'm going down the recent comments, and the next question is from Daisy Rosas, and it's, how much is decon? We're not decon committee, so
but
does
I believe,
anyone know?
I believe Kamai is here, but I don't want to butcher this. So I think decon is $150 for early registration, not including hotel and parking. It's going to be really fun. Y'all should go. I'm going. Come watch me not cry.
Okay. I'll make you
Kamai
cry.
heard her name and she showed up. Hi, Kamai. That's your decon chair.
So the next question comes from Brandon Chavez, and the question is decon a suit and tie event? Yes?
Yes. So Friday at district convention is gonna be spirit attire. So you come in like your club shirt and you're wearing like all of your spirit clothing. And then on Saturday, for most of the day, it's gonna be business formal. So you're gonna wear like suit and tie, and girls wear like business pants, business jacket, or business skirt, or business dress, business everything basically. And then Saturday night is awards night. Yay, awards! But everybody dresses up all fancy and it's really nice. And then Sunday is convention casual. So most of the time people wear the decon shirt and just jeans. But yes, for some parts of decon, it is a suit and tie event.
Okay, the next question, and if you have any other questions about the attire for decon, Kim Mai is commenting, so please read those. Our next one is the MRP question from Alex Kwong, and the question is, how does MRP track if you hosted a workshop at a club general meeting?
So I'm going to take this as, does hosting a workshop at a club general meeting count for MRP? Yes, it does. And your club secretary or whoever's in charge of the master record sheet should be keeping track of that. You can reach out to them and ask to see your personal event attendance records and your MRP level, and they will send it to you. And if you do not receive credit for hosting a workshop, then you should tell them, hey, I hosted a workshop, and they'll give you credit for that.
So we have no questions currently coming in, but we highly encourage you all to ask your questions about MRP or about our committee, and any of the tags you want us to clarify. So send us your questions.
Hello, everyone. So I'm just going to go back to a previous slide, but if you have your questions, keep them coming. So on this side, we talk about rewards of achieving MRP. So one of the things that I forgot to mention was that this year there's going to be level up recognition for returning members. So one of the things that we want to aim for is growth from all of you, as well as from each one of us. So if you achieve more service hours than you did the previous term, then you're going to also get level up recognition at district convention. So what this means, so let's say, for example, last year, I don't know how many service hours Jack got, but let's say Jack increased in service hours for the current term, then he's going to get level up recognition on top of the membership recognition program recognition. And this only counts for returning members because we do want you to aim for growth. So for all you new members, that's okay, because if you get recognized for MRP this year, and you will be able to continue to get recognized next year as well if you hit MRP and then you increase in service hours, if that makes sense.
Okay, so our next question is from Jeremy Alcantara, aka Ruby Boy. Have awards been released already for decon? He is specifically talking about the apps, and he follows it up with, I have not been in the loop.
So Jeremy, that's a great question. Awards have not been released for district convention, but they will be released soon. So stay tuned for that.
There are currently no other questions being sent in, but there was a release to sign in to the webinar. So click on that link. It's with the Crown CNH Circle K. So make sure you sign in. Okay, here's one from Jacob Wu Ming. What's a helpful way to help your secretaries with MRP?
Jacob, can you specify what you mean by this?
As we're waiting for Jacob to respond, oh, Tyler says turn your serfs in on time.
Yes, make sure you turn your serfs on time.
From Cassandra Puertas, do you still get the level up reward if you're returning but did not achieve MRP last year?
Yes, you do. So as long as you achieve MRP this year and you increase in service hours from last term, you will get recognized for the level up recognition. So one of the requirements for leveling up, the level up recognition, is that you must achieve MRP for the current term. So yes, you will. Yes, I'm reading Jack's comment. He's embarrassing. But yes, you will, as long as you do increase in service hours and you hit MRP this year. Also, from Jeremy Alcantara, Esther, can you tell Serena to stop calling me Ruby Boy? Serena, stop calling him Ruby Boy.
I love you. Psych. Okay, the time is now 9:30. Do we have any last minute questions or nah?
Jacob, did you want to specify your question about helpful way to help your secretaries with MRP?
Jacob says, to elaborate, how can we help secretaries make MRP life easier?
So I think just turning in your search on time, and then also I think for secretaries, if they show members their MRP status, so what events they've been attending, what requirements they've achieved, and members let them know if there are mistakes, that's really helpful in my opinion, because sometimes it's really hard to keep track of everything, and you might miss a member who hosted a workshop or chaired an event. So by secretaries being proactive, I think it also helps with like members being proactive and just helping secretaries like catch errors in the MRS and making sure that everybody's MRP status is as accurate as possible.
So we have we have two more questions before we wrap it up. So the first question comes from Alex Kwong, and he asks, does MRP status reset every year, or does it continue from year to year?
So yes, MRP does reset every single year. So for the current term, MRP will end on February 28th, 2018. So all of your events that you attended, hosting workshops, chairing events, etc., all of that will be counted for the current term by like February 28th, 2018. So starting March 1st of next year, so March 1st, 2018, MRP will reset, and then that will count towards the next term.
Okay, so the next question comes from Steve Lopez. He asks, which is the best way to get at least gold or even platinum without being a board member? Also, how does being involved in a district level event help with the MRP, like being a judge for CKI South and a team captain for FTC?
So I'll talk about this, and then if the committee wants to contribute too, they can share how they aim to hit gold or platinum. So I personally go out to a service project every single week, and this is like my weekly reoccurring service project that I always go to. I haven't missed a single week, which is great. So this is like my way of like checking in. I actually tutor for this nonprofit org. So this is like my way of like checking on my students every single week, but on top of that, like getting service hours is just a bonus in my opinion. So consistently going out to service projects, just setting time for yourself. If you make excuses for yourself and you tell yourself I'm too busy this week, then you're always going to be too busy in my opinion. So I just put it in my schedule so I know that I'm going to be at the service project at that time every single week, no matter what, unless I'm like dying or something, then I'm not going to go. But I'm currently not dying, so I go every single week. And then on top of that, I try to attend like at least 1 or 2 events every single week besides like my club's journal meeting, and slowly like those service hours will just add up, and then those requirements will just be met. Also, just doing your best to go out to like divisional events and district events really helps. And I think my friends from like other parts of the district, shout out to all of you, also motivate me, because then like going out to divisional events and district events, I get to catch up with them, and then hitting that MRP tag for that district event or like the divisional event, it's just a bonus. Does anyone else from committee want to contribute on the best way to hit at least gold or plat? No?
I do. So last year as a freshman, I did come in and I ended up getting gold with my home club, shout out to Cal State Fulton. And that's only because I was very eager to go to every event. But so like every time they post an event, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go. Or so it doesn't like necessarily mean like you have to be on board to go to every event. If you are interested and passionate, like, and you want to just go to an event, have fun, serve the community, I think that's really a way that can motivate you to reach gold. Because I never had the intention of achieving gold. I just ended up there because I just kept going. Any
Does
follow-up
anyone else
questions?
want to contribute?
So for me, I was able to reach platinum last year with my old club, OCC, and I did this because I made sure that I had at least like say 4 or 5 hours every week dedicated to some Circle K event, and just staying on top of that and keeping true to that from week to week takes off a lot of pressure towards the end, where I didn't have to worry about getting enough hours towards like decon.
Yeah, I think just going to like your general meetings and seeing like what events there are. Some, clubs have weekly service events, and some clubs have really big service events that have a lot of hours going on. Just going out to the events, going to meetings, seeing what's out there, and just putting that effort. Like if you care enough, like you'll make it happen. Like that's just something, that's a rule of life. But yeah, so just put that passion in there, and then you won't really even have to try that hard. It'll just come naturally to you. So yeah, go to events.
So the next, we're going to go back to a question back in the comments from Alex Kwong, and he's asking, if I am transferring schools, do my hours from my old school transfer over to my new school?
Okay, so for that, yes, it does. And what you should do is reach out to your old club secretary, ask them for their club records, for your event attendance records, and then give that to your new club secretary.
Okay. So we're going to go back to Steve's question, and the question is, how does being involved in a district event with help with MRP, like being a judge for CKI South and a team captain in FTC?
So specifically for CKI South, if you are a judge, then you receive service hours for that. And I'm actually not sure about being a team captain at FTC, but by attending both district events, you satisfy two district events tags. So you actually only need to attend one more if you are aiming for like the district event tag for platinum, which is 3, if that makes sense.
Okay, so we just got another question. It's from David Sue, and it asks, for the fundraiser tag, does it need to be necessarily be your own club's fundraiser, or can the tag count from attending another club's fundraiser?
I'm actually not sure about this. Let me think about this. So my answer to this is it needs to be your own club's fundraiser. So so some people are commenting. It needs to be your own club's fundraiser because your club is getting credit for having the fundraiser. So I'll take Masquerade Ball or K-Rock as examples. So Masquerade Ball is UCSD's annual fundraiser, and K-Rock is UC Riverside's annual like big fundraiser. So for both, for M-Ball, UCSD would be able to tag it as a fundraiser, but other clubs cannot, because you are not there to fundraise necessarily. You are just there to like enjoy yourself, have a good time. But yeah, go to M-Ball and then go to K-Rock and go to everything so you can hit MRP.
So if we don't have any more questions, Esther?
So if there are no more questions, we're going to move on. But if you have, like, if you're dying to get your question answered, well, you can always hit us up. But with that, we just want to thank you all so much for watching our webinar. I hope you enjoyed spending the last 40 minutes of November 9th with us. It's past my bedtime. I'm so sorry. Please make sure that you do sign in. District Tech Chair Denny Cow has linked the sign-in sheet in the chat, so make sure you do sign in. We are going to close the sign-in sheet at 10 p.m. So it's 9:40 right now, so you have 20 minutes to sign in. Make sure you do sign in for the webinar, and that way you get credit for MRP while learning about MRP. Thank you all. Good night. Go to sleep. I'm tired. Do y'all want to say bye? Committee, say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming
Adios.
out.
Bye. Thank you for coming.
Have a great night. Stay hip, CNH. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.